Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Taylor Heineke and the Washington Commanders.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders,
they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 7 catches, 85 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Eagles sit 5-3 now on the year, and they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, They're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 4 catches, 64 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Heineke. He finds his man, complete. That's Robertson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Heineke, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Heineke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Working with a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, The coverage downfield, equally good.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
On first down, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
Past the 20. 5.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll run again here with Robinson, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And the rookie, Brian Robinson, finished things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Another run here with Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is taken at the 23. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch.
2nd and 7.
On the draw, Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Robinson with another carry.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Heineke now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. It's taken to the 26. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Five yards remain on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to throw, Heineke. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Three yards remain for 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down. They'll set up to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Gibson here running out of the game. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Scott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Caught on a slant. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 27,
Heineke.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. Out left to Dotson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Heineke. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Heineke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Okay, ready? Touchdown, defense. 52, come on, boy, 52.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Let's go now. 60 by 60 by 60.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Hurts going to keep it again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A 1st down throw for Heineke.
And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing. Heineke. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Washington offense heading out. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw is Heineke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Heineke to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Robinson up the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38, Heineke. This will be caught at Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hurts. Into the hands of Sanders.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They're going to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
On first down, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heineke now in the Washington offense. Down 34-31, 20 seconds to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
He'll look to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Elliott on for the extra point. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot now for Heineke. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.